Every Sunday
for 60 minutes. We are free.
Sharing passion.
Pushing
Pushing the limits.
This is the New World Sim Racing GT3 Sprint Series.
From Midrand, Gauteng, South Africa, just north of Johannesburg, it's round 10, the finale in Kyalami. Each and every driver has mentally prepared themselves to challenge, to fight, to rise above their rivals and make a name for themselves on track. 10 rounds of action-packed racing await us all in the New World Sim Racing GT3 Sprint Series. Drivers, start your engines.
Hello there.
Good evening.
Hello there.
The time has come.
The time has come for the finale.
In
At
Kyalami?
Mm-hmm.
At Kyalami.
At Gorlami. I absolutely loved it. I loved
The
it.
good old-fashioned Kyalami.
Kyalami.
I was kind of half expecting Gorlami to be in there.
I wondered if he would, but I didn't. Maybe I didn't give him enough time to edit the shite out of it. So I just sent it to him when I got home today. So
Well, welcome
Dominic DeCoco.
It's round 10, boys.
It is round 10. Unbelievable.
It's been 10 rounds. It's what was that? 11 weeks?
It's flown by.
It really has. It feels like we've started like just 4 weeks ago.
Yeah, it does feel a bit like that. It's Kyalami, another good track. The track list this season, by the way, has been really good.
Yeah, I applaud to the wheel this season for sure.
Yeah, like I honestly, there's been several weeks where I've been like, man, why wasn't I driving this season? And again tonight, I feel a little bit like that because racing at Kyalami is always good fun.
Yeah, here's my take on Kyalami. First of all, I love this track. Second of all, I hate how overused it gets. Like it's used for literally everything, and it annoys me. But then I remember ACC sucks and only has like 15 tracks. Hashtag iRacing greater than ACC. So like you don't have many options, right?
You
But
also don't have to
like,
buy each track individually for the price of a kidney.
But honestly, like it's an amazing track. It is one of the tracks that I do wish we had in iRacing. I love this track. It's a lot of fun, nice and flowing. Fits the cars that I drive very much.
And it's rumored to be re-added to the F1 calendar. They were trying for next season. Not sure if it has gone through yet, but I think it's still up in the air.
As of right now, it's not happening.
Yeah, it needs to get back in there because it is a great track, and it used to be wonderful for F1 as well. So I hope it does.
It better get in there. It better get in there.
But you know, iRacing thought that we really needed Willow Springs over Kyalami, so here we are. You know?
Nothing like a bog standard old desert track.
Right? Right?
Who looks at Willow Spring on the track list and goes, can't wait for that one?
Some weirdo that lives like 2 minutes from Willow Springs.
I feel like if you were into like kit car racing, or like if you were into like, you know, like stock car racing, stuff like that, like on an amateur level, you'd be excited for it. But I don't know, man. Nothing about Willow Springs gives me excitement.
But we're not at Willow Springs tonight. We're at Kyalami.
No, but I want to still talk about how shit. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Welcome to Kyalami.
Welcome to Kyalami. We are absolutely... We do this all the time. We're so good at it. Not talking about the track. Not talking about who's on track right now as well.
Well, we just don't want to snipe them, so we're actually being respectful to the drivers on track by not talking about them. Therefore,
we only have 4 bronze drivers tonight, and 2 of them are silver. So I've worked that out.
He's got a point.
He really has a point, yeah. So, what points, Kim?
She's talking about fantasy football points. Yes, Kim. I haven't even checked, but I will take your word for it that I had a good week in fantasy Premier League.
Wait, is Kim about to lose to a British player? A British person when it comes to football? What?
Well, so we have 3 of our drivers so far that have quality. It looks like Michael Cortez just ate a sausage.
The classic Kyalami South African sausage.
Mm-hmm.
Literally, it's so good you can't avoid it.
Absolutely.
It will definitely claim victims. It does every time.
I hope
good
we don't
evening,
see. Good evening. I hope we don't see victims on lap 1 from the sausage. That tends to become carnage.
We have had some carnage at turn. Well, technically it's turn 2. The turn 1 is the kink. I hate tracks that do that, by the way. Technically it's turn 2. We've seen a lot of carnage between turns 2 and 3 before.
I like to play the 5th on this matter.
Oh, I see.
It's called the Jukski sweep, by the way. 3 and 4.
Also known as the spaghetti killings corner, you know.
There you go. Turn 5 might have my favorite name of any corner, barbecue. Yes, please.
Hang on, I do have the track corner names up. Barbecue, yes, there it is.
What a great corner name. Sunset, obviously, turn 6. 7, we've got Clubhouse. 8 and 9, the S's. They kind of ran out of, like, couldn't they got a sponsor or something on that? Like, I don't know, just the S's. Turn 10 is Lewcop. No idea if I'm saying that right.
Probably sponsored by Michael Lukey, honestly.
Maybe, yeah, maybe. Lewcop. Turn 11, down the hill to Mineshaft. Love a good...
No comment.
Mineshaft.
Same.
Yeah, of course. You also like the bumhole from Snetterton.
Listen, nothing like a good bomb hole and mine shaft, right?
It's bomb hole.
That sounds the same.
Listen, bomb. Say
it quickly.
Bomb.
Nice.
Goddamn.
Yeah.
13, the hairpin crocodiles. That is probably, I find that the most awkward corner on this track for some reason. It's a very weird braking zone and turn-in point for that one. And then the sausage is at Cheetah, turn 15.
Yeah, because that sausage will send you at the speed of a cheetah.
16 also, the last corner on the track is also very awkward. Ingwe.
Milo, we do have some concerned viewers in the chat wondering if you were able to take care of that rash.
Let me guess who that is. That'll be Nomas. Yeah, I don't even need to look. Everyone just automatically ignores everything Nomas says. And he just keeps talking until you listen. So...
Sunset is the best corner. Yeah, I do quite like Sunset. Love it when cars just get loose there as well. When it's not me, obviously.
Man, Kyalami hosts motorbike racing. That I would like to see as well.
Yes.
You know that? Yeah, that's not Well, that sounds like some good fun to watch.
Yeah. It's pretty wide, so like I think like makes it a little bit quote unquote easier, but definitely a nice. I could see having fun here on a motorcycle. Sure.
Yeah, love this track. I'm surprised we didn't have it sooner. I don't think we had it last season, did we?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, it was. Our finale was not bad.
No, but if you're ever having a craving for Kyalami, just search endurance races, and you will find one.
Yeah,
They're
basically.
lovely track.
I do think the last time we raced at Kyalami was the race that we all want to forget. The reverse grid qualifying into me rotating Jared.
Has it been that long?
I really do. I don't think we've raced here since.
Damn.
This is the first time I've missed a Kyalami race with New World.
Well, our bronze class about to finish qualifying. We have 142.2 from Chris and also from Carson. Okay, and Chris is improving on his lap time currently. 1 corner to go. He's up 2/10. He might lose some on exit a little bit in the Milo car, and he's gonna cross just at 20 minutes to go. I think that is about to go. Yes, thank you very much for the sub, Dim4K. Tier. Oh, hang on. No, that's Nomas.
Nomas gifting one there to Dim4K. Yes, thank you
very much for that. And welcome. Oh, Michael Cortez there. I thought he was gonna go on for another lap, and just decided to jump out. And Chris is also done.
Yeah, he's figured, you know what, work this weekend gave me enough extra silver hairs to throw down that silver pace in his qualifying and has returned to
Mm-hmm. Oh, Dim4K, is there a driver that's going to reach the 40s? I am pretty sure we're going to have some. A few.
Oh, definitely the 40s, yeah.
Yeah. In our gold class. So our silver class currently out on track. Who is leading the... Job? No, it's Michael Lukey is going to be the first car to go on a valid hot lap. And this is our thickest split by far today.
Thick.
By a country mile.
Actually, our gold class is also pretty packed today compared to usual. Love to see that. I think everybody just loves Kyalami.
I guess so.
You did, Chris. You did do a beautiful silver lap. You really are proud of you. Michael Lukey making sure to not even get close to the sausage of death. There at his outlap as he comes around the final corner and is going to start the first hot lap of the silver split.
Yes, I'm seeing Lukey there lagging a little bit. I'm not sure if that's him or the server. I don't think I've seen other drivers have
Eyes on Joseph German tonight. I believe he won the silver split last week, finally, after coming close several rounds this season. Got the win last week.
Well,
where were we last week? Laguna. Yeah, I see Turner in chat there talking about mid to low 41s for silvers. Again, we say this every week, but you know, I remember when 42s was the community target, as it were. You know,
back in the day.
Yeah, the top split drivers were aiming for 42s, and now they're aiming for 39s.
Back in the day when Chris was young and you only had one kid instead of 3, you know, good times.
That's right.
Exactly.
It's definitely accurate.
Definitely accurate.
Yellow flag for Joseph German there.
Chris was actually born old. First words out of his mouth when he was born was a dad joke.
Mark Robertson as well, usually fighting for silver podiums out there in the Ferrari tonight.
Robertson currently leading silver going into the final round. So he is leading by 29 points. Again, so a
From whom?
From Josh Barrett.
Ah, okay.
So first flyer comes in, Michael Lukey with a 42.3. So that currently puts him third overall.
The first
Decent
lap's coming
opening gambit there. Jenkins followed that up with a 42.5. So, and then Diggs as well. So, yeah, Silvers start to put their laps down, and you'd expect them to probably go a little bit quicker on the next one. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I already see some green lap times on the board. Thought there was a checkered flag there for some reason at some point. And into the 41s, our first driver of the day, Mark Robeson, who
41.8, yep.
yeah, he's been putting in some laps and doing pretty well in his races. I feel like he's definitely going to be moving up next season.
Carlos Guzman with a purple sector 1 right now.
You know what Mark tried to do this season was to not run a gold livery, to think that we don't know that he really loves the color gold.
Yeah,
you know,
yes.
it didn't fly, you know, this season. We see him, and
I
yeah.
love gold.
I really do love his livery though this season as well though.
Yeah, I do.
That's
And
Hell yeah.
was it made by his daughter?
Designed by, yes, I believe so. Yeah, it was a drawing for school or something.
that is awesome.
Max Diggs currently up 9/10. Avoids
Yes.
the sausage, keeps it valid. If he has a good corner here, he's going to lose a little time on the exit of the final corner, but he is going to be in the 41s and goes fastest with a 41.6. Great lap for Max.
Great lap for Max Speed, and looks like Mark Robeson very close behind, almost losing it there at the exit of Cheetah. And
Cheetah.
might be able to take this back. He's at 2.5 tenths up.
I think he
Yeah,
will.
really
He
good
will.
exit out of the last corner for Mark.
A 41.575. Great lap there from Robertson.
Yep, and the Silver Boy's still up there in P3 and P4.
Ryan Cody, keeping an eye on him here. He's up 4/10 on this current lap in the AMG.
And we have Joby and Barrett both one after each other. So Joby just puts in his valid lap. Only going to be good enough for 43. I don't know if he's really enjoying that car. Or looks like he's gone off track immediately after. So a little bit of tow for Barrett to start his lap.
Ryan Cody maintaining the 4/10, now at 4.5, and coming down the hill into that awkward hairpin. Let's see what happens. If you get this right, you can gain quite a bit of time. He didn't. Yeah, he did just fine. Through the sausage, gains another 10th.
That is right on the edge, to be honest, out of the sausage.
Little bit off at the final corner, and it's going to cost him on the exit, but not by much. It's still going to be a good lap and put him in the 41s.
Yep, and immediately behind him, Joseph German, nice gains, gets back up to P4 now overall with a 41.9. So he gets his first lap into the 41s. So yeah.
I see a lot of drivers currently improving. Jose Guzman just moved up into P4. Carlos Guzman with one corner to go, up 8/10. Hopefully he can get a good exit on this. He's up to 9. He has none validated. Lost a little bit on exit, so that's still 8/10. He's going to take over his brother's spot.
Barrett up for just over 4/10 going through Sausage. Gains a 10th, so a bit braver through there this time. Again, it's all down to this last corner. If you get it right, it's a big gain. He's going to lose some time on the exit in the GTR. He's still going to improve to 6 overall with a 41.9. So a lot of the silvers in the high 41s now. It could be a spicy race between the silvers today.
And I just want to mention it, like everybody up until P11 currently within the second in silver, and including our two fake silvers.
The fake silvers. Yeah, look at them. Silvers.
I just saw a disconnect. Ryan Cody.
Uh-oh. Get back in there, Ryan. He'll
Monty,
be
what to do?
He'll be upset because he was sitting P3 on the silver grid, so he will want to get back in there.
D stands for silver.
Chris, I will not tell you that is racist.
Filvers, fake. No, actually, you'd be Franz, fake bronze.
Yeah. So Michael Lukey improves on his lap time just a little bit, puts himself in P3, and someone else just took over.
Yeah,
Yeah.
41.7 from Michael Lukey. Sorry, Gary. Go on.
No, you're
41
fine.
and a
Lukey
41.4
just had-
from Diggs.
Lukey has 4 tenths sitting in the first corner.
And Mark
Um,
Robeson coming around to take back P1 from Max Diggs with a 41.2. We're approaching
Great lap.
40s already.
This is
Already.
fantastic. And I tell you what, like I said, the top 10 here, so close. If their race pace is close as well, we're in for a treat today.
You can't wait. Can't wait for
So-
the race.
Ryan Cody has also DC'd from Discord. Just watched him disappear. Now he
Power
does have
cut.
10 more minutes. Maybe he's doing a quick reset here.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, maybe.
So everybody still that's out on track right now. 9 seconds to go in quali before they can start their last lap. I don't think anybody else can reach. Yeah, nobody else can reach the start finish line. So everybody's final lap right now in silver and a lot of green lap times. Green
Yep.
Dolphins.
In particular, Guzman, Jay Guzman, up 2 tenths right now.
We're
He's-
also on board with Dylan Beveridge up 3 tenths. 2 corners
Nice.
to go.
Yeah, Jose did lose a bunch of time at Sausage. Oh, sorry, just before Sausage.
And 4
We're not-
tenths up
that's
on
what we're
Dylan
going
Beveridge.
at.
Yeah, Sausage. Dylan Beveridge moves himself up to P9. Jalen Jenkins up to P10.
Yeah.
And
that's gonna do it,
seems
I
to be
think.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, Carlos Guzman was up 3 tenths, goes wide into Crocodiles, invalidates.
And like you said, we have almost a full complement of golds for the final race of the season. Can we talk about the standings? Are you able to? I believe there's
I do have the
potential
standings.
multiple winners.
Yes, so Mike Jackson currently sitting with 336 points. So keep in mind, P1 gets 60 points and P2 gets 53. So they're 7 points apart for position. So Mike Jackson leading, 336 points from Peter Hutch at 321, Blaine Hall at 318, and then Carl Big in P4 at 296. So even Luis Castro 291. The points are super close right now for our top 5 in
Luis
in gold.
Platinum Castro.
Absolutely.
An update from the Car 20 garage here. Lost internet. Victor is threatening him to get internet because Victor is racing after being bullied by Ryan to race. So
Is Ryan going to be
He's-
getting internet back?
he is attempting.
Oh boy. 7 minutes. You're good.
What did Bondi do?
Turn it off and turn it back on again. You know the drill.
That's what I've been doing at my job.
Carson, are you attacking the McLarens? Because I have yet to get paid.
Alrighty, golds on their flying laps. Blaine Hall leading the charge at the moment in the Audi. Traditionally has always been strong here at Kyalami. Not sure if it still is. Probably is.
Probably.
Based off of his nice banker times this week, I would say so.
Yeah.
Banker times, yeah.
Into the top of the hill. Back down again. And at night when you're driving this track, you have a great view of the lit up city beneath you. It's great.
Ooh,
Oh.
Badmus yellow flag in the pits. I was wondering what the yellow was. I couldn't see it on the...
I don't see that.
I see it now on the track map on the in game, but
Yes.
We are working.
we are checking.
All right, Blaine Hall comes
what is it,
around
Sausage?
the final corner in the meantime. will cross the line. Let's see what kind of a lap time he puts in. For his opener is a 140.8. Just straight into the 40s. Mike Jackson with a 41.4. So we will keep an eye on these boys.
What is it? Clear all?
Yeah. Our first lap times coming in, and so far already, I mean, you can see what a great job Mark Robeson there has put in already. He's
that's not clear all. What is it?
/clear the car number.
There we go. Professional.
Go Usman. Go Usman.
Yeah. David Funk, just a safe lap. It looks like he's already up 3/10s. Currently up the most out of all the gold drivers on his second lap. Blaine Hall up 2/10s going out of the S's. Mike Jackson is up 2/10s as well.
That by the way, that wasn't a bug. That's Kunos adding realism. So it's mechanical issues in the pits. You know what I mean? Delayed him leaving the pits.
Yeah, just letting everybody know that there's an issue in the pits.
That's it. Yeah, that's tough luck. Obviously, to start quali here, he lost almost 5 minutes. So lost almost half his time. Still in the pits right now as well.
Don't see him moving. So Uthman attempting to start from the back, or he lost his internet.
No, that's Ryan.
That's
That's lost his internet. Uthman is in the chat. That's the giant O2.
Yeah. So take a look. David Funk invalidated his lap. He was 5/10ths up.
No, you got disqualified, but then cleared, Usman. So you should be able to leave the pits now.
Carl
I was
Big.
just doing orders by Chris.
Yeah. Carl Big, 6/10ths up on his lap time coming around the final corner. Is going to move up to P3. And Peter Hutch, who's currently sitting in second overall. Let's see what uptime he can put in.
Usman is moving. He's going to have enough time to do one lap. Better make it a good one, pal.
He'll have time for 2.
Yeah.
He'll have to.
Yeah. Listen, I don't do math, all right?
Ryan's still trying to reset all of his shit. Barrett said, and I quote, "Ryan, I will have your baby if you reconnect." So that is what's on the table right now.
Wow. Kelvin Lau in the Honda, I see out there tonight. We haven't seen him for a few weeks, I don't think.
Yeah, I think I don't remember seeing him since Bathurst. I believe he's friends of Matt Stix, maybe?
Yeah, so he just signed up.
He joined that.
Yeah, he just signed up for just this race in this season, and hopefully should be around for the next one. He has raced with us in the past.
I'll tell you what, the McLaren doesn't look too great here. Hutch struggling a little, looks like, maybe for time. And none of the McLarens really high up the chart. So obviously we've seen them very strong at other tracks this season. Maybe Kyalami is not a great track for the car.
Maybe.
Yeah, it's tricky. But yeah, I feel like I'm not really sure what it's missing, but it's missing something here.
Yeah, I mean, I say that. He's on pace for a high 41 now, so that'll bump him up a little bit, which will be good.
How big? Another 3/10ths on his lap time is going to move up to P2, pushing Mike Jackson just a little lower. Peter Hutch up 6/10ths, 1 corner to go.
If he gets a good exit here, it's lost a little bit of time.
Oh, that looked like it was about to be. Oh, it did get invalidated. That sucks.
Oh, no.
It was up 7/10ths, so that's not the greatest. We sniped him.
We did
I'm
snipe
sorry,
him,
Hutch.
Hutch. Are we, though?
I didn't even get inside, though.
Ferris,
Are
he got
we?
too much inside of Hutch. He couldn't take it anymore.
So, yeah, Blameful with a 140.2 at the moment is provisional pole. Carl Big in second with a 140.5 and up about a 10th and about halfway through the lap. So keep an eye on B here as well. Sakachi in the Honda with a 40.7. He's up almost 2/10ths.
David Funk heading into Crocodile. Currently up 4/10ths, looking at 5/10ths here. trying to bring Funky Town up higher up into the standings here.
He does
Currently,
get that lap in. He should move up to P8 or better.
yeah, he's looking at almost.
Oh,
a
that
full
looks
second here.
wide on exit.
Eight tenths still valid.
It is still
Um,
valid and is going to move up to P7 with that. So,
Carl Big
not
lost
bad time.
a little bit of time in the corner before the sausage into the last corner now, and again it's just that tricky exit on that corner, so he's going to lose almost all of that tenth or so he had in the bank, and Sakachi goes second provisionally.
Yeah, Sakachi honestly has been putting in some great lap times. And, oh, Hutch, that looked really wide again. That it almost looks like he stops turning and goes straight to the curb there. So Hutch not really improving that much on his lap time. P15 currently overall after Badness puts in his lap time. Badness is up to 4th.
And Rip Ryan confirmed internet outage for the area until 11 Eastern.
Damn. After a great quali as well, I really feel for Ryan there.
And he was really looking forward to this. I seen some messages.
Yeah. Mike Jackson up almost 3 tenths, coming down the hill towards whatever that bastard corner name is.
Bar Steward.
And will hit the sausage, still around 2.5 tenths. Gets through there. This will be his final lap. This could bump him up. It's going to be really close. He needs a good exit here and gets... I thought he got it.
Super wide. That looks
did,
super
yeah.
wide. I don't know if that's still valid. He has lost time.
It is valid.
was
He gained some, yeah. On 40.6. He actually jumps Badmus, who put in a great lap considering he only had time for 2. So,
Andrew Rados coming around the final corner, up 4 tenths, struggling this qualifying. This should bump him up into P6.
It did a great,
Castro.
great lap from Rados there to finish the session, and didn't lose any time on that last corner. Like, it's really hard to gain time coming out of there.
Right as I switch over to Peter Hutch, he goes off. He ate the sausage as I was clicking, all right, before I even moved him. I looked at his name, though, before that.
It's all your fault.
Keep an eye on that spicy Savage v Lady battle further down the grid, guys.
Yes.
You know? Well, quali in the books for the final round, the finale in Kyalami.
Say that with a sensational voice.
My voice is always sensational.
Even
This
more.
is true.
That is true, yeah. put in some more effort.
The finale in Kyalami.
I love it. Yes.
Mumera just stared at him with a look from across the room.
Yeah. That's the voice I used when we made the twins. What?
Well, no wonder you made twins.
When he speaks of twins, let me make sure everybody knows what he's talking about.
Oh, yeah.
He's talking
If you
about...
didn't know,
Whoa.
the Vancouver Greater area is prime area for watermelon growing.
Yeah.
These
isn't
are
it
the
just?
twins right here. These right there. Those are the twins.
Yes, my twin watermelons.
We're such 12-year-olds.
Alrighty. Final grid walk of the season.
Final grid walk of this.
Sag noises.
Yep. Let's get it.
Alrighty.
Final countdown.
It really is. P1 on the grid. Blaine Hall in the Audi. Second on the grid. Sakachi in the Honda. Number 3, we got Carl Big in the Aston Martin. Mike Jackson in the Ferrari at 4. Usman Badmus in the AMG at 5. Rados in the AMG at 6. A couple of AMGs together there. Castro in the Aston Martin at 7. Funk in the Lambo at 8. Dylan Sauer in the Ferrari at 9. Kelvin Lau returning in the Honda at 10. Bailey running across the floor, making a racket. Robertson in the Ferrari at 11. Max Diggs in the Porsche at 12. Joseph German in the Ferrari at 13, and Michael Lukey in the Porsche at 14. Hutch in the McLaren at 15. Guzman C and Guzman J at 16 and 17. So spicy brother battle coming up.
Yeah.
Barrett in the Nissan GTR at 18. What a legend. Chris Turner in the BMW Only Farmers at 19. 20 has Dylan Beveridge in the McLaren alongside Jenkins, also in the McLaren. 22, we see Carson Bungay in the Ferrari. King in the Aston at 23. Hopkins at 24 in the McLaren. Miller in the Audi at 25. Victor Lacey in the Lambo at 26. And Joby at 27 in the Porsche. And Cortez at 28 in the Ferrari. And that's it. That's the final grid of the season.
Is the final grid of the season. This has honestly been a fantastic season. The racing has been good.
Yeah.
I've seen some good stuff.
Could you guys hear the dog running when I said that?
Oh yeah.
It was funny.
You know what it is? It's because it's near dinner time for the cat, so the cat starts to get antsy, and then the dog gets antsy as well. It's just good
So
times.
basically, it starts like that, and then it becomes that.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, nope, that's not. There you go. And then it becomes that. Food time. Let's see. Our favorite cameras. So, Blaine Hall leading our final grid for the season. I do want to say we have a 3-week, if I'm not mistaken, break up until the beginning of our next season. If you do want to join and you're watching today, feel free to join our Discord, !Discord in chat, and sign up for that. We also do have Tuesdays coming up.
Hell yeah, we
soon.
do.
Yeah, so our M2 fun series, a lot more laid back. Points don't matter. It's just M2 racing, the best cars in the game. And we'd also do have, if you would rather have some iRacing time, a iRacing LMP3 Endurance Series, hosted by our very own Jaden. Hello and welcome, Phil.
Yeah, if
These
you're
are all
interested,
starting
be
soon.
sure to, yeah. And if you're interested, please make sure to tag Jaden in the LMP3 series channel in our Discord. Make sure your voice is heard by Jaden.
Again, that's Jaden. Jaden.
Just Jaden.
A bit never dies around here.
Yeah.
Never. It will last forever.
Yep.
At Jaden.
At Jaden.
Good evening, Phil. Just in time indeed. Yeah, so here we go. I'm looking forward to this. I feel like those quali lap times suggest some close racing is afoot.
I really hope so, and I really hope that our first few corners are clean as possible. We do have a decent grid size today, 28 cars, and our drivers are about to start. Let me get the side-by-side view.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch turns 3 and 4 to start, and then so I can keep an eye on what
And
goes
it
on
is
through there.
Green, I do see Carl there defending already from Badmus.
Yeah, the start of Kyalami allows that left-hand side to get attacked, so very common to have to race through there.
And there are some
Nice
3
and easy
wide.
through turn 1. You love to see
Oh,
it.
we do have someone off, and he's going to come back into the middle of the field. Uh-oh.
Oh,
Unfortunate.
I see 3 cars, unfortunately,
that
lost
is
it.
Mike Jackson absolutely demolished there out of turn 3. It might have
Max
been Mike.
Diggs was rotated backwards in the middle of the track.
Oh,
And one other as well.
It looks like that was one of the Guzmans.
Yep. It is Jose Guzman. So half the grid is roasted. Not really. We do have 3 yellows. Everybody kind of made their way around. There was some contact Not
Only 3 contacts registered on there.
that sucks for Mike.
Yeah, so we do... A red flag would come out if a certain percentage were affected, but it did only turn out to be 3. It's very unfortunate for those 3. But we've all been there.
It is very unfortunate. My race control has crashed.
Jose Guzman with a ton of front damage to that AMG. He will have to put in. Max Diggs also creeping around the track, so I think he's got damage. Mike Jackson did teleport back to the pits, so we'll have to get a replay on that when Ferris returns.
Yes, apologies if the camera's stuck. I'm just
It is
connecting this
actually
back.
okay. And I do have that replay up and ready.
Let's
for
start
us.
that up.
So
Trying to see what happened here.
Louis
I'm not
Cass-
sure who
Go on.
rotated him, but looks like it might have been bad moves. Yep, that was a really awkward.
oh,
Actually,
that's really unfortunate. Yeah.
Ooh,
yeah.
yeah, that'll do it.
And then Max Dix was the other.
That honestly, that's ACC that caused that.
Yeah.
Because that contact should not have registered that.
Yeah, and Max just sadly gets collected.
I mean, there was room
That'll
for
do it.
both. There was a slight door bang. I feel like that's the silly physics at work again, you know?
Yeah,
Yep.
for sure.
Louis Castro has moved up in front of Bad Moose. I'm not sure if it happened around that same time, maybe, but he's in 4th right now. It's all very, very close between the top 10.
Milo, I'm sorry. I'm just gonna move it to your scene, and
Sounds
I'm
good.
gonna restart my game.
Okay, no problem.
Mine actually got
We
stuff
have-
as well. Interesting.
I am up and running. We have Dylan Sauer in P8, and he is chasing Funk ahead of him, as you can see. Although the gap now is a lot bigger than race control suggesting.
And now there is no sound on stream, so Milo, you make the Joey, you make the car noises, and Milo keeps talking.
Well, my thing's broken
Oh,
too.
Uh,
Milo, it's all you.
You know what? Timing wise, it is broken. But I can flick between the cars still. But race control's timing is definitely off.
I think that contact really broke all of ours at the same time. It looks like.
It does look, because I'm like, oh, there's 0.1 of a second. No, actually, it looks a lot more than that.
All right, wanna.
Apologies for the picture quality as well, because it is through Discord. Discord is, you know, it is what it is.
Yeah, let me actually get your sound up.
Yeah, unlucky Mike. That's tough to see. We'll obviously review it, but it didn't look anything malicious. Lots of room there, bit of a door bang, but the physics just sent you spinning. Like the way the cars bounce off each other sometimes is so ludicrous.
It really is, yeah. Okay, I'm almost up, I believe.
Eventful start. Blaine Hall leading the pack with Sakachi behind him. Carl Big is still in P3. Louis Castro P4. So the two Astons there, and Badmus trying to look to make a move on Louis Castro.
Yep,
Alright.
and I am up and running as well. Carlos Guzman
Likewise.
off as well. Kind of an awkward position to be at. Gets back up and running again.
I will restart my race control.
Yes, you go ahead and do that. With this means the timing sheet is also going to be a little off, and we're going to have a little bit more work to do this Saturday, but it's all right. So, 3 laps in, Blaine Hall leading the race, 1 second off of Sakachi, 2 seconds off of Carl Big. Mike Jackson would have been up there, unfortunately for him. It happens. Yeah, that sucks. Luis Castro, still a second off of Carl Big and defending from Badmus, who looks like he might get a run, but that Aston really is pretty quick in a straight line. Rados in P6, 8 tenths off of David Funk, and 2 seconds for Sauer, 7 tenths for Kevin Lau, and our first big silver. No, our very own Mark Robeson, 3 tenths off of Kelvin Lau, so Mark actually doing fantastic this season. I believe he might be winning if he continues this pace throughout the rest of the race today.
Yeah, I believe it's
Nice.
a winner takes all battle in silver. I could be wrong, but it sounds like that's what it looked like according to the boys.
I too had to.
Oh, rip. Oh, that was good.
Yeah,
Carson,
that crash
yeah,
sent us all into oblivion.
yeah, it really has. So yeah, Carson Bungay so far leading the bronze class. I did see a yellow flag right as my race control switched back up with Chris Turner last lap. I'm not too sure what happened there. And oh, right behind Dylan Beveridge has lost it out of Cheetah.
Yep.
There was
See,
contact as well.
he is gonna stay out. Who was that with? 18, is that?
There's
That's Mr.
contact with-
Bungay
I don't think they came into contact.
making his presence known before he actually becomes a silver, absolutely bullying them.
All right.
Let's see what happens.
And we're back. So, yeah, Sakachi, did you talk about that fastest lap of the race so far? Just slightly quicker than Blaine Hall with the 140.605. Currently running P2. So, Sakachi doing well. He's about a second back from Blaine.
And Badmus and Luis still going at it. Badmus really closing in on that gap.
Oh.
And all right, let's see this.
Okay, so this is the earlier incident where we saw Carlos Guzman
You're up.
getting rotated. And this is actually Peter Hutch. I've actually had Hutch make this move on me before. It's probably one of the scariest moves to ever see. But honestly, just
Oh, not.
collects him a little bit, and this pulls Chris into things, makes everyone else go around. So I think that's what happened with Chris when he was leading. I just happened to stumble upon that.
Yeah, we have to anticipate there's some people won't carry as much
Oh.
speed in.
All
Yeah.
right, and I found the Dylan Beveridge.
It's a sausage.
Yep. Spoiler
Oh.
alert: McLarens don't like the sausage.
Yellow flag for Bruce Hopkins. He is back on track. It was just before the sausage. I think he just had a little half spin.
Yeah.
Managed to straighten the car out and got back underway. But he did lose the spot to Victor Lacey. So Victor up to P19.
Yeah.
And
Right up ahead, we have Joseph Savage trying to make a move now on Jalen Jenkins. A really hard defensive move there from Jalen. And they are going to keep going at it. They are side by side going into turn 3 almost. Joey backs out just a little bit.
yeah, Joseph German splits I guess a back marker. It must be Guzman maybe because he would have had to repair his car.
Yeah, Jose
So Lukey was right on the tail of German. Now a car in between them. So depending on pace, Lukey's going to have to work his way past that AMG now.
Yeah, the AMG is Jose Guzman.
Andrew Rados in the Merc has found a lot of pace. He had Funk on him for a while, but now he's really found his groove. He has forced the gap a little bit to David Funk behind and is reeling in Uthman ahead of him.
Yeah, he did a 140.9, so into the 40s for race pace for Rados, which is outstanding.
Yeah, it's definitely that big macho engine enlargement oil he probably took.
Yeah, and
Starting to really kick in.
he sees the AMG of Badmus in front of him as well, who we know is quick as well. So, yeah, AMG versus AMG will continue.
We have BOP dedicated to this track.
To this championship? No, we don't. No.
We let Kunos decide for us because they know better.
They
Apparently.
absolutely know best.
They really know what's the best. Yeah.
AKA, we're too lazy.
Joby now 2/10 and has a run on Jenkins down the start-finish straight towards turn 2. They just went through turn 1. Technically.
Actually.
Joby
Well,
going on the
that-
outside has to check up a little bit more, which allows Jenkins just to hold the position. But that was a bold attempt by Joby and almost got it done.
Yeah, I have seen moves around the outside here at Kyalami for turn 2, and they actually seem to be the ones that work. He is. What?
If your car's pointy enough, you can definitely pull it off. But you definitely lose grip on that outside line at turn 2.
Yeah, you really do.
Sure.
And this battle is going to keep on going for a while. Further up ahead, Rados, 5/10 off of Badmus. So Luis starting to pull just a little bit of a gap. Flashing there for the camera. He clearly sees it.
Yeah, Max Diggs is behind Carlos Guzman now. Obviously, Max is in recovery drive mode after a great quali run. I think he was second on the grid, wasn't he? And got caught up in that gold driver incident on lap 1.
Second and silver.
And Mark Robeson, just an update, still keeping Kelvin honest here. Still within 6/10.
Yeah. Our first pit not from the disaster is going to be Michael Cortez. That's a very early pit from him in the bronze class.
Yeah. Early pit for Cortez, and see how he gets on doing a long run after this and where he comes out. Yeah, looking at Max Diggs behind this train, and we know he has pace. I don't know, obviously what we don't know is whether or not he has damage.
His car doesn't look damaged.
Visually, it looks okay.
Yeah.
So Joey tries to move on the outside of turn 2 once again, but still cannot get the drive quite out of the exit, and gives the position back to Jenkins.
Yeah,
nice. And then Chris Turner hanging out with those two now as well. So that battle has allowed Chris Turner in the Only Farmers BMW to get right up in there.
In the Milo Only Farmers car.
We just call it the Only Farmers car.
I call it the Milo car.
Dave Miller did let Carlos Guzman and Max Diggs by, as it was not for position in class. So Carlos Guzman up to P21, Max Diggs P22.
Sakachi and Blaine Hall, 1 and 2 overall, obviously 40.9s consistently, and I'm really happy to see Sakachi keeping Blaine honest, as you would say, Joey, within a second, and putting in a good fight. Carl Big also did a 40 last lap and did a 41 flat now, so he's not far behind, and he's got himself some clean air. Louis Castro's 1.5 back from him.
So we got something very interesting brewing up here in the middle of the pack. So Jalen Jenkins seems to be catching Carson Bungay, who is also a fake bronze, should be silver, with Joby behind him and then Chris Turner behind Joby. So curious to see how these 4 boys play this out.
Yep.
And I guess the ultimatum for Carson is does he let these two buy when Chris is directly behind them?
Yeah, I mean, Carson will want to keep this cushion, so he has a lot of incentive to concentrate right now and try and put in some of his best lap times. I mean, his last lap was a 42.7, and Jenkins was a 10th faster, so Carson's pace is good, but one slight mistake could be enough to allow the silver boys in.
Further up ahead, so it looks like Blaine might have had a mistake, and that 1 second gap has dropped down to 6/10 from Sakachi. So they are Sakachi currently in tow range, so he might get a little bit of speed boost going down the 2 main acceleration zones. If he can get a good exit here.
It looks like Carlos Guzman got around Bruce Hopkins. Bruce is with him. Max is going through past Bruce now as well. I think Bruce allowing him through there. So Max continues to chase down the silvers.
Yep. So unfortunately for whoever that was that asked about the over-under on Max Diggs, I think it's not the penalties for him, it's the damage.
Yeah, I think so.
Today. Maybe some penalties.
Rados still there. Badmoose, Louis Castro had started to get away. Badmoose has closed the gap to him, and Rados is right there on the coattails of Badmoose. So this battle could become 3-way pretty quickly here.
Yeah,
for sure. Curious to see how if Rados manages to get around, I'm curious to see his pace. Even with Badmus in front of him, he's been able to pull about 3/10 quicker. So it's going to be a good fight here, I think.
Yeah, definitely. AMG v AMG, so it's going to have to be either a send or a mistake. You know, they're probably going to have very similar pace out of corners, so
Yeah,
it's going to have to be something along those lines.
Yeah, and it looks like Rados. Yeah, Rados has a little bit of a run on Badmus now. I don't know if he's going to be able to make a move here into this corner. No, it doesn't look like it.
And they are closing on Louis at the same time. So yeah, this is an interesting fight brewing here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this move by Rados would be made probably into turn 2 or into the hairpin. He looks a little bit more comfortable under braking right now.
The Bungay Jenkins Savage trio is now all together. And Joby having a look on the inside of Jenkins.
A little bump.
They are going to go side by side into Cheetah, and Joby's going to back out. He does not want to die there. And
somebody did die.
That was Guzman right ahead of them. So
Guzman died, and Jenkins went into the pits all at the same time. So that was a lot happening in one corner right there.
I also see, so everybody's currently getting around Cortez, who has some damage, and I noticed it earlier. Blaine was just about to catch up to him, going into the hairpin. Not much time lost getting around Cortez. He's made it pretty easy, and now this group of 3 also have. And David.
Yeah, Rados really close here. Uthman ran wide on a corner exit just now as well, so under pressure from that AMG of Rados behind him.
Yes, and let's not forget also Luis now starting to have to drive in his mirrors if he even has them on.
True.
He is aroused. I do see a left blinker on, which does indicate arousal.
But now Luis, if he has to start defending, Carl Big is definitely going to get away. What was that? I just saw a car right behind going off track.
What was that?
Was that Cortez? I believe it was.
Not sure. I don't see any yellow flags.
Not
yellows
anymore, no.
So Savage now putting the pressure on Bungay, who can wear a bronze badge all he wants. We all know it's silver, really.
I'm a real boy.
Further behind, Max Diggs caught up to Carlos Guzman, is now starting to put some pressure on him, and Victor Leite just 3/10 ahead of both of them. This is about to become a 3-way battle, and we also still do have that one in the gold split going on. So,
now my question here for you is this: if you're Rados, do you consider an early pit now? If the AMG difference is just, you know, and Uthman's fast and defending, do you maybe decide to try the undercut?
Knowing Rados, I want to say yes, like you should. But knowing Rados and his Cheeto dust bring, he will not. That is all.
He is right on the back of Bad Moose right now, and he's actually making a move on the inside.
On the outside of the hairpin.
Trying to get the over under, does not quite get the drive he wants though. Yeah, I think it's going to happen in that corner. I really do. Yeah. He seems way more comfortable into that corner than Uthman does right now.
And he is thinking about it. He thought about.
He did think about it.
Inside.
Game on between the two Mercedes.
Yeah,
probably sweating bullets right now in that VR headset right now.
Oh yes, it's the best.
It's like the Gatorade commercials where they're like sweat orange, but instead of Gatorade, it's Cheetos. Like that's what's going on in that
perfect
VR headset right now.
Perfect.
Uthman did get a good exit, so it's.
Meanwhile, while I'm telling my bad jokes here, Mark Robeson actually gets around Kelvin Lau. And has pulled into P9, flashing that gold status of his, you know?
Yep.
And further behind, Carson Bungie lets Joseph Savage through and still has a bit of a cushion to Chris Turner. I almost said Carson Turner. It was close.
You almost did it. You almost did it.
Turner.
Now, with Uthman and Rados battling a little bit, it has allowed Luis to pull away a little bit.
Yeah.
So the gap
Luis
now there is
managing
1.3.
to.
Is he flashing his rain light? I think I told him about that before. No, he's not flashing his rain light. It was glistening.
Not just that, Luis put in a 41.2 his last lap.
Oh, Rados making the look on the inside.
Oh,
it's contact.
Oh,
Oh, no.
Oh,
that is gonna
That
be.
was so close.
that's so unfortunate. Hard
uh,
racing.
I want to pull that up. That looked so close from being such a good move.
Yep.
Door kind of gets closed on him last second here. I do have that replay up.
And David Funk gets 2 positions out of that and almost it goes really wide on the exit of Cheetah there. Badmus now really overdriving, it looks like it, after that incident.
So yeah, looking back at it, Rados almost got it to stick. Then he tries to back out a little bit because he was afraid of the tap, and just a slight tap. Uthman almost saves it, and then I guess that's just a Merc thing that just like really bad oversnaps under the save, and
Yeah,
It does have a tendency to snap, yeah.
you hate to see it.
That'll
Bad
do
boy,
it.
Cheeto boy.
You do. At least that battle continues, so they'll get to have a redo. And
Yep. And they did lose the position to David Funk, who is now 5 seconds ahead of them.
yeah.
looking at P3 in silver, Michael Lukey right now is pretty close to Joseph German, who made an error on the last corner that he went through.
And they are going side by side into Sunset.
Sunset.
Lukey gets the spot.
Lukey gets the spot. German going really wide. Woo.
With a side
Lukey,
of lag.
With a side order of lag. Lukey does take P2 though. And German into P3 with Peter Hutch right behind him.
Adams almost takes another look again, by the way, heading into the hairpin once more. Does not get it.
Yeah.
A little too far out. Mate.
Oh no! Yellow flag from Mate Sakachi. Was it the sausage?
I think it's a sausage and or Bond of things.
And he's gonna make his way across the track and I guess go straight into the pits. No, he's gonna stay out.
No, he's staying out.
With that, Uthman going into the
does.
pits. So Rados better put in an absolute banger right now. That's what Rados needs. I think he has the pace. I think he can do it.
Can we get a message to the field to try and only have one thing happen at a time around the sausage? Because when there's like 3 things happening, people going in the pits, people making moves, people spinning, it's a bit
Let me pull
much.
up let me pull up the Mate.
Milo's like, guys, chill. We don't want the action yet.
It's all good.
Milo with his. All right, let's see it. Oh, it is a sausage, isn't it?
Ever so slightly. The sausage curve at night is extra deceiving, and that's why it catches him here, just the smallest.
Oh, and that is gonna be very light contact, unfortunately, but he loses a lot of time waiting for cars.
It's so unfortunate too, because he was just sat behind Blaine Hall, same distance. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, that's harsh.
Yeah, so that is going to give breathing room to Blaine, who also has purple lap currently, barely from Sakachi, it looks like. Just a tenth and a half. And now Sakachi is going to try and start making his way back up. He is 3 seconds off of Funk, and I believe his tires are not going to be very happy right now.
Uthman has left the pit, so we'll keep an eye once Rados makes his pit move. We'll keep an eye on where he comes out in relation to him. Obviously, they were right together.
Rados right now heading straight into the pits, so...
Oh, it's going to be soon.
We're going to find out.
Keep an eye on him, and I'll get Badmus when he comes around.
Yeah, Rados did a 42.5 in that last lap. So, yeah,
Yellow flag David Miller. Looks like he is off heading into the hairpin.
I feel like he was letting someone by, because I saw Dylan Beveridge get by immediately after that. And Charlie King for the back now, catching up to Bruce Hopkins. So both of these drivers were promoted last season, were they not? I believe so.
Yes, they were. So let's see here. Uthman heading down the mine shaft. Rados's car.
Rados just started moving.
Yeah. So I think this is a really big gap.
Yeah, I think Rados is going to come out with a decent gap. So it was a really good lap in the middle there.
Yeah, I wonder what happened to Uthman
Maybe
here.
Uthman's pit stop must have been a bit longer.
I think he probably took repairs.
Yes.
Is the right side of Uthman's car damaged anymore? It doesn't look like it.
So Uthman was stopped for 45 seconds. Rados was stopped for 34.
There you go.
There you go.
So yeah, Uthman will assume or hope that the damage repairs help him pace-wise, and yeah, see if he can get back in that fight.
Yep. And then the other unfortunate, so Sakachi's still staying out. It looks like he has made peace with his tires. His last lap is not that off of his fastest so far. So a low 41 currently.
Yep. So not too bad. Really good laps coming from him. Minimal damage.
So not much
So let's-
affected other than the time lost trying to get back around.
I have to step away for a minute. I'll be back.
So, and he
Bye back.
So, Sakachi already dropped down the gap to Funk by a second almost in these last two laps. So we'll see if he can now start to make his way around again. Luis Castro is very close ahead. So is Carl Big.
Yep. Curious to see what happens here between Peter Hutch and Michael Lukey. Hutch is catching Lukey. Lukey always loves a good battle though, so I don't think he's just going to give it up that easy.
Yes, I do believe Lukey usually does not like giving the spot. Again, it is not for class position, so there are no points involved, but there is track position. You're not forced to give it away.
Nope.
Further up ahead, the same thing. Mark Robeson now catching up to Dylan Sauer, so he is closing that gap. Robeson 7 overall, ahead of both Radus and Radus and Badmus, both pitted, so they will come out in front, assuming nothing happens after the pit cycles. And Carlos Guzman now starting to catch up to Chris Turner. We'll see if Chris usually will hand over the spot uncontested.
Yep.
Apart from that, the majority of the so Chris brakes on the outside, lets Carlos dive on the inside of Crocodiles, and is gonna stick right behind him into the sausage, and that is gonna be a clean move for Guzman, an easy one to make. The rest of the field really has spread out currently. Everybody's above a second away from each other, apart from this Charlie King and Dylan and Bruce Hopkins fight that's kind of been going on for the last few laps. Charlie might have a run here. So 0.3 off of Bruce Hopkins. Bruce is taking a defensive line, and yeah, he's not going to be able to make the move on him just yet.
We're at the halfway mark. Keep pushing.
So let's see here. Rados last lap 41.6, while Uthman did a 41.2. So curious to keep an eye on those lap times to see who did what. It said Rados was stopped for 34 seconds, so I think he did not take any repairs.
Yes. I did also see Peter Hutch come out the pits right in front of, right behind Badmus, and Peter has damage on the front of his car. I did not notice that earlier.
He caused the rotation of Carlos Guzman when we were.
Yes.
Yep. Which, honestly, surprised he didn't take the repairs. The McLaren does not like damage. It does not. It needs no damage.
Not a
You don't
scratch.
take it. Literally not a scratch. Or else you're gonna have a bad time.
If somebody door dinks you, your car is gone.
Right to jail.
You got a door
Straight
dink,
to
you
jail.
lose it randomly going on the highway.
Yep, exactly. So Rado's getting around. Looks like who's that? 129. So Jose Guzman, as
Ooh.
Rados goes wide out of Cheetah, almost takes
Oh.
out the Guzman.
That
That
was
is not
a
what he needed.
scary rejoin right there.
Yeah.
I wonder if he didn't have full control of the car there. That was close. Right as I switched to him, it's almost a contact on Guzman. So Jose Guzman letting Rados have the inside line. He is going to dive it as well into turn 2 and get on his merry way. A yellow flag for Dylan Sauer.
He came out of the pits and then just stopped.
What
And
happened?
he's gone.
I have returned.
Something
Hi, back.
technical difficulties?
Question mark?
Question mark?
Has
I don't
to.
know what happened there.
Ah.
That's unusual.
Carson Bungate is in the pits, by the way.
I feel like, oh, what if he forgot to fuel up? Taking half
Maybe.
fuel and forgot to fuel up for the rest of the track.
Keeping an eye on David Funk right now, working his way through some traffic, some blue flags, and currently P10.
Yeah, not really blue flags. They are for track position, but they have yet to pit.
I thought I did see one blue flag in amongst them. I'm not sure who it was, so.
Possibly.
So Blaine Hall, Carl Big, Mark Robeson, Kelvin Lau, apparently all in the pits right now. So we'll start seeing where these boys unfold after that.
Yeah, looks like Blaine has quite the lead once Sakachi pits in.
And it looks like David Funk almost there, getting into contact with who's that? Bruce Hopkins. He has gone into the pits. Luis Castro is starting to catch up behind. A little bit of a flash there for David Funk, giving him the disco lights that Funky Town has been missing.
Yeah, Louis loves a good flash.
I do love a good flash from Luis as well.
I've raced with Luis a number of times before he became an alien.
So Andrew Rados gets around Mark Robeson, who just came out of the pits, which means he has Kevin Lau and Mark Robeson between him and Uthman, which was the battle originally.
Yeah.
Mark Robeson able to gain 2 seconds on Rados under the pits. So Mark Robeson, again, still having a really good race right now.
Yeah, and he just has to keep continuing, keep this up, and he is basically winning silver for this race.
Sakachi into the pits. Blaine Hall coming down the hill to Mineshaft. And we will see. I'm pretty sure Blaine's going to go through without too much hassle due to that spin.
Yeah.
Kachi's only 12 seconds into being stopped.
Yeah.
So he's definitely gonna
Yep. So Blaine is gonna keep on keeping on. Is gonna inherit back the lead of the race. Carl Biggs should be coming around. Sakachi not moving just yet.
Joseph German within 0.3 of Barrett in the GTR. So Ferrari versus GTR right now in silver. This is probably for I don't know. Could be for P3.
So interesting turn of events here. David Funk, 5 seconds quicker than Luis Castro in the pits, which means Funk was managed to jump Luis during the pit segment.
No tires then, perhaps.
No, they both took time. Funk 32 seconds stopped, Luis 37. Luis is so short he probably couldn't see the pit marker where we stopped the car.
Joseph German with a bit of a run here up towards the hairpin. Has a look on the inside of the GTR, nothing doing. We'll have to continue to be patient and keep working this gap until they get down to the start-finish straight, I think.
Yeah, ooh, that looks like hitting that curve on the inside. That sausage is not the thing that you want to do. I have seen some cars take that sausage out of the S's, and the Porsches especially did not look stable at all.
Yellow flag for Bruce Hopkins. I joined him as he rejoins the track. Looks like it was a sausage incident.
It was a sausage incident. Further up ahead, David Funk 3/10 off of Sakachi, and that is Victor who's gone off. There was contact between Sakachi and Victor Leitchi. I don't know what happened there.
All right, German setting this up now, or has a little look. They're coming in to the top of the hill again. My goodness.
So
Oh.
Victor going way off to let Rados by, loses 2 positions to Silvers as well in the process. So Andrew Rados currently up to P6, 3 seconds behind Luis Castro, where we now have that 3-way battle between Mate, David Funk, and Luis.
Everything's happening at the same time again.
It is Joseph German's now 0.1, 0.2, 0.3. Yeah, I mean, he's right there with this GTR going into the last corner. Let's see what kind of a run he can get.
Yeah. I'll say the problem here is GTR go Burr down the straight line.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really does.
You can tell the Ferrari's definitely got it on the corners in mid track, but yeah, once they get down to here, he's gonna have to get it done on one of the more trickier corners to overtake on, I think.
Yeah. Further behind, Max Diggs and Jalen Jenkins. This battle keeps on going. Diggs fakes around the outside. He is going to dive on the inside. Gets side by side for turn 2. That was a good move. And then backs off. I wonder if there was contact and
Might have been a little.
Yeah, he's given the position back.
Yeah, there was contact based on brakes control, 36 and 6.
Apart from that, this battle for P3 overall is brewing up. The gap is just 0.3 between all 3 cars, and they've been at it for a while. David Funk did get around Sakachi earlier for just a little bit, and Sakachi's taking it back, but this battle is going to keep on going on.
Yeah, Uthman Badmos as well, working his way back up after taking an extended pit to do some repairs, we think. He's now 0.3 behind Kelvin Lau, and make that 1/10. Pushing to try.
Oh, he's trying to brake late into the final corner. Is not going to get enough of a run. It looks like there is a back marker ahead of them. Jose Guzman, who he thought might have slowed Kelvin enough, but not yet. This looks like Jose is going to be slotting in behind Kelvin. I don't know if that is what you want to do into turn 2. Badmus has to go the long way around. Is going to lose some time because of that.
German did get a better exit out of the last corner this time, so the GTR power not quite so effective. They're going to go into turn 2 together. German has to heavy brake to make sure there's no contact, and they will continue on in the same positions. But a really good battle going on between these two right now.
Lots happening right now. Lots of good stuff. So we have 2 fights currently going on still. This battle for P3, Sakachi, Funk, and Castro, 0.5 away from each other. And now this battle for P2 in silver, Joseph German and Josh Barrett.
Both battles for P2/3. Yeah, great stuff.
And this battle for P3 is allowing Rados to catch. He was 0.8 quicker than the 3 boys in front of him on the last lap. So he has some time to get involved in this. After his cold-blooded murder on
Louis catches the sausage behind, manages to get back on track. My goodness, that was...
Oh, we've just missed that on stream. It was just out of the side of the camera there. Luki now joining in for this battle for P2 in silver as well. For the
I mean, look, he's had the pace. He was, prior to the pit stops, he was in the mix for a podium spot in silver. So he's back there now. Obviously, the German versus Barrett battle has raged on, and he's caught up. Looks like they're making their way past the back marker as well.
Yeah, a little compromise exit there for Barrett, but also a slide for German, so he's not going to get the run that he wants on Barrett there. And Luki is just that much closer now because of it.
Exactly. So now this becomes a 3-way fight. Great stuff.
And yellow flag for Carson Bungay. He is doing pirouettes before the final corner.
Oh.
Let's see here. No contact. Let's see what happened here.
Chris
Also,
Bungay.
dude, that is the Chris Turner.
Further up ahead, this battle for PA Badness and Kelvin Lau. I can't pronounce that right now. Not while wearing headphones. I'm sorry.
Just spin out of.
I'm trying to say Kevin, and then I remember that it's supposed to be Kelvin, and then.
Listen, he can barely do Joseph
German has the unenviable position right now where you're attacking while defending, which for me, this is where, this is where it really comes down to it. For me, like when you're racing, it's attacking while defending is definitely the hardest thing.
Yeah.
One false move, and it can go horribly wrong. So, yeah, this is exciting stuff.
A little bit of a lag there from Joseph German. I don't know if that was just me or everybody.
I think I saw it a little bit on my end.
I thought he went off. Is that the Chris Turner in P17? Yes, that is the Chris Turner in the Milo car.
It is,
yeah. I think that's one of the kids. Could be wrong. About to be really awkward, but I'll ask the tough questions here.
Big fan.
Let's face it, he doesn't have many fans outside of the kids.
Funk still half a second or so behind Sakachi for P3 overall, and you've got Louis Castro after that incident with the sausage. He's a couple of seconds back and now under pressure from Rados. So, yeah, Rados versus Louis Castro is about to be on for P5, I should say.
I did see Max Diggs get also within less than a tenth from Jalen Jenkins. Is not going to be able to make the move on him, and this battle continues on one more time directly behind the battle for P2 in silver. That is honestly becoming... It's intense right now.
This is great. Yeah, Barrett is doing everything he can in that GTR. I mean, we know the GTR is good in a straight line, but he's doing it the best he can to hold off a Ferrari and a Porsche right now.
And he is going to defend the inside from German. German goes a long way around the hairpin. Lukey is going to sneak in just enough. He might get the run. He is now side by side.
Side by side. The Porsche moving in alongside. No, I think German's still got it at the bottom of the hill. Yeah. And this is, really, really great stuff right now.
Update elsewhere. Uthman gets around Kelvin, heading into Cheetah, so he manages to get P8 overall.
Little wide run from Joseph German allows Barrett to sneak off another couple of tenths.
Barrett now really has to go burr as much as he possibly can. Lukey, I thought he had a run there onto Joseph German. There's a little bit of a flash there, making sure that he knows he's behind and looks in his rearview mirror. That Porsche flash is pretty quick. I like it.
Max Diggs, by the way, just a couple of spots down in silver, making a move or having a look at making a move on Jalen Jenkins into turn 2.
They have had a battle tonight, man. Non-stop between the two of them. You love to see it.
Yeah, honestly, after and he's going to go for the inside at the inside of turn 4. Is going to go side by side. He's trying to
switch back for sunset.
Oh, he's not going to be able to do anything there. Jalen Jenkins has the better run out of turn 4. This is getting intense. And now Carlos Guzman is joining in on this fight. He is going to try one more time. Try and sneak it up the inside. I don't know the corner name.
Joseph German again, same spot alongside the GTR. The GTR again pulls away. And the Porsche of Lukey on the inside now. This time side by side through the hairpin at the top of the hill. And Lukey's going to get the job done. A great overtake there. Really, really great racing between these three at the moment.
Yeah, and further behind. Yeah, everything is happening right now. Further behind, Max Diggs outbreaks himself, and that lets Carlos Guzman and Jalen Jenkins both carry on in front of him, and
attacking while defending. You see, it's difficult.
It really is.
It really is. You gotta, you need to make the attempts, but also it's a high risk, high reward.
Lukey also got past Barrett, So Lukey moves himself into P2 and silver. So a great series of corners for Michael Lukey there.
For sure, you love to see it. Great battle. Updates up front. Funk still within 5/10 of Mate. Andrew Rados still within a second of Luis Castro. So those battles are still going on.
Yeah, we do have a side-by-side Jalen Jenkins and Carlos Guzman. Jalen around the inside of turn 1. Carlos Guzman, a little sniff there of the bumper into turn 2. And,
Lukey with that pace as well. He's already opened up 1.2 seconds.
And a fantastic move by Max Diggs going up the inside on Carlos Guzman. I don't think he has the run to make it out of the corner, though.
For straight line speed. It looks like that car is set up beautifully for cornering because Max is able to really throw it into some of the corners for the overtake.
Yeah.
But maybe compromised on straight line speed a little bit.
Yeah, and it looks like he is doing it once more. That there is a back marker directly in front of him. He gets the move done and into the S's now. That is Michael Cortez in front of him. He's going to want to get around
in time.
Yeah. He's going to want to get around as soon as possible. That was a bit sketchy there.
Joseph German makes a small mistake heading out of the S's. So the gap is now up to 8/10 between him and Barrett. Yeah, Barrett just looking, as I say that, Joseph German reels that back into 3/10. Barrett is tired of seeing this Ferrari behind him, I think.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, Lukey had the pace, had to really be patient and got through the two of them. But these two rage on, and this is battle for P3 and silver. So it's definitely worth fighting for. German, again, I mean, he's doing everything he can. It's just that GTR's got the legs once they get on the straight.
It really has, yeah.
Yeah. He's going to have to find a way to throw that Ferrari in on a corner somewhere in the next 12 minutes.
And Lukey has managed to make quite a bit of a gap already to these two cars, and they're going to have to lose a little bit more battling it out. So Lukey, as long as he can keep it clean and keep it safe, might be able to come back. 12 minutes to go in this race. He will inherit the second podium spot.
Mate and Luis Castro both finding their pace, pulling the gaps away from Funk and Rados respectively. So things are starting to quieten up a little bit up front, but obviously this is Kyalami. Anything can happen with the smallest of mistakes.
Exactly. I did see the gap from Funk was 8/10 last lap around. It looks like David Funk might have made a little bit of a mistake there. Half a second slower than Mate last time around. Yellow flag for Bruce Hopkins out of turn 2.
I've still got my eyes on the closest battle on track right now. It's German and Barrett for P3 and silver. Coming down the hill. German had reeled Barrett in to the top of the hill, and then again that Nissan downhill. Off it goes.
Does it again. Max Diggs back again to fight Jalen Jenkins after outbraking himself earlier, and I feel like we're going to see another move around the inside for Max Diggs. He's been really trying to pull those off and getting the position. He's been getting the space as well, but has not been getting the outside drive. So a little bit
of weaving going on between them as they look for toe/position going into turn 2. Jenkins will have the inside. Max will have to be careful because of that lack of grip. Will run wide. Has a little look. Oh, and then Guzman sticking his AMG up on the inside of Max Diggs as well, going into turn 4.
So Guzman,
and we'll get a run.
Yep. I don't know if there was a little bit of contact there. It was a little bit of scraping. It was a bit of.
And there's still a little more. A little bit of skin on skin.
Carlos Guzman.
Side by side.
Side by side through Sunset. Guzman gets the inside for the next corner. He's going to get the inside for the S's. And Max is going to have to back out of this one.
Yeah, it's probably for the best to try and get a better run through the S's. But, unfortunate for Max there. Again, attacking while defending. Guzman saw an opportunity and got himself in there. It was a good overtake by Carlos Guzman.
That really was.
Just looking into the standings right now, didn't realize this. Mike Jackson was leading gold for this race.
He
So
was.
unfortunately, this battle has come down to if Blaine does not Blaine it, he can snag the gold win overall, because currently P2 is Peter Hutch, who is currently sitting P10. So that is where it's looking at right now.
Yeah, Hutch's race just couldn't get it going. Really, obviously unfortunate that McLaren maybe not as good as you'd want it to be at Kyalami.
Yeah, Carlos Guzman gets the switchback on Jalen Jenkins out of turn 2, but not enough of a run into the next corner, it looks like.
There was some slight contact there. They're going side by side.
And Guzman around the outside of Jenkins.
Wow. What a move.
Lovely move again from Carlos Guzman, and stretching his legs as he runs that AMG away from him. So Guzman with 2 really good moves, and that's going to allow Diggs and Jenkins probably to get back into it.
Yep. Further behind, this Barrett and further ahead, this Barrett and German fight is still ongoing. They're 1/10 of each other.
P3 in silver.
Yeah.
German gets a good exit, but again, that Nissan, you just like
can't really do
down
much.
the hill. Once he's got the downhill run as well, it's like the weight is just pulling it away.
And that was the car sideways. That was Jose Guzman on the exit of Crocodiles.
Oh,
the
German ran really wide on the entry, just messed his braking point up. That's going to cost him some time.
Yep. Barrett gets away. Carlos Guzman defending the inside of Crocodiles as well from Jalen Jenkins.
Jenkins
wide
got loose.
From Jenkins. And Max Diggs now on the inside going into this sausage. They are going to continue side by side going into
Jenkins
the
will
final
have
corner.
the inside for the final corner. Yes, and Max almost the beneficiary of a little wiggle there, but Jenkins, he is going to get the move done on the last corner and pulls up along in front of Jenkins.
Yeah, so a little slide for Jenkins on the exit there. He loses all the speed that he wants. He is now looking at the inside. He's not going to have the run on Max Diggs, unfortunately.
So Max finally gets past Jalen Jenkins. They've been battling a long time. We'll see if Jenkins can get right back in there.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, further up front, Andrew Rados in the Astroglide Viagra Cheetos Mercedes AMG, currently bringing the fight to Luis Castro, has reeled him in within 5/10. So let's see how this goes down between the two of them as we enter the last handful of laps.
We also have P1 and 2 in fake bronze. Chris Turner with Carson Bungay 4/10 behind him. Carson running wide just as I say that and loses about a second. So I sniped Carson there. Sorry about that.
Yeah. It's the Chris Turner. I almost said Carson Turner as well earlier. I can't believe it.
Yeah, Rados Castro, one of the closest battles we have. Jenkins, Diggs, the other. Apart from that, the field somewhat spread out. Second here or there.
Second here or there, yep. 6 minutes left in the race, and that is so Blaine Hall is leading 24 seconds off of Carl Big. So a comfortable lead for Blaine. As long as he keeps it safe, he is pretty much guaranteed the win here. Also, it's super dark right now on track.
It is super dark. Yeah, this was supposed to be a dusk race.
Yeah.
Jose Guzman in the chat. So a retirement, I guess, for Jose. I must have missed that.
Yeah, it was a retirement. We saw him on the runoff of Crocodile Corner there, just filling and teleporting to the pits. Mate, after his off-track slide out of the sausage, is now in P3, 3 seconds off of Carl Big, and he's had 7/10 of a faster lap on the last time around from Carl. So we might have a fight here, another half second faster than Carl this last lap around. We might have a fight going into the last 2 laps here for P2.
Yeah, I'm just watching Rados on that last lap there. He did go a 10th quicker than Louis, but he was pushing in the sector 3 of the lap and just ran a little deep, and he needs. I think if he wants to have a crack at Louis, he's going to have to be very patient and very careful. Just reel him right in. You know, I don't think Louis is going to make any mistakes. So.
Yep.
Yep.
Jose, your brother is currently at P14, with about a second gap to Max 6 behind him.
We have a
Yellow
retirement for
flag
Joby.
And automatically port to the pits.
Oh, F4
Alt F.
activated, I think.
This battle for P1 in bronze ongoing. Carson and Chris.
Bronze.
Fake bronze. So Carlos Guzman, also thank you for the sub, Jose, and thank you for the follow, Gabrielle, I guess.
Oh no, it wasn't an Alt F4. Joby is in the pit, so I'm wrong.
And that is an Alt F4 right now.
Oh, now it's an Alt F4.
Immediately after you say that.
Well, now I'm not gonna.
He's like, not an Alt F4, I'll show you.
Usman Badmoose, who continues to try to recover from the longer pit stop he had to take, is about 6/10 behind Robertson now. See, Robertson is in silver, but showing gold pace. Quelle surprise.
Well, Robertson definitely deserves that gold place going into the next season.
Yes, he does. He's a fast boy.
He is a fast boy now.
And that gap between Rados and Robinson and Uthman is one to remember, pending the penalty for Rados for being a cold-blooded murder to Uthman earlier in the race.
That is...
that could come into play.
That definitely could come into play. So Rados currently 10 seconds ahead of Robinson, who's just 7/10 ahead of Badmus. So it was a position with collisions lost that is a 10 or 15 second penalty. All
right. Interestingly enough as well, Louis Castro, whilst holding off Rados, has started to reel in David Funk. A 41.2 from Louis last time round and a 41.6, almost a 41.7 for Funk. So he's Louis may be able to bring that into action as well, but there's only 2 minutes left, so.
Yep, we are definitely going to get 2 laps here. Blaine Hall currently coming around the final corner, so we'll for sure cross the line in time.
Another
the question
2
will
laps
be
to
if he
go.
decides to like super slow down right at the end to end it, or push it for that extra lap.
I don't think he will be doing that. And right now, so that we have this fight for P4 overall. Luis, Rados, and Funk. Funk still leading that. I did see Funk sliding around on the exit of a few corners there. And this gap's still not really closing in all that much. But Rados, 4/10 away from Luis, has the toe now. Luis does not. Luis? I
And
think
this is
we
it.
might see
Last
another
lap.
one, yeah.
Last lap shootout for these two.
Last 2 laps. Further up ahead,
Yeah.
Sakachi 2.5 seconds away from Carl Big. Carl might get away with this one if Sakachi can't. If he doesn't make a mistake, Carl might be sticking straight ahead.
Yep.
It's a delta of about half a second between the 2 drivers right now every lap. So Carl will be happy with keeping that spot after with
Definitely.
Mate's pace. Honestly, Mate has been doing fantastic. Apart from that mistake.
Yeah, Rados, that gap still half a second to Louis Castro. And I think Louis is going to be able to hold on, barring any big mistakes.
Yes. Further behind, Carson Bungay and Chris Turner are still going at it. Carson getting a good exit out of the final corner. Chris will also have a little bit of toe from a back marker, it looks like there. Oh no, that's Blaine. Blaine leading the race, so 1 lap to go for all these drivers. Half a second between Chris and Carson. Half a second between Rados and Luis, and then Luis still trying to reel in David Funk ahead.
Yeah, absolutely. It's right just under a second between them. Luis still has the left indicator on. Has that been on the whole time?
Yes.
Yeah, that means he's just aroused. It's fine.
Gotcha.
He's flashing to confirm. Yes, it's been.
Joseph German did end up reeling Barrett back in. It's around about half a second or so, trying really hard here to chase that Nissan down the hill.
Yep, he's gonna see Nissan taillights in his sleep after this
Yeah.
race, I think.
Yeah, and I feel like Barrett will constantly see Ferraris behind him.
Carson trying to take the move to Chris.
Trying to have a look on the
and
outside at the
doesn't
top
get
of the
it
hill.
done.
It's a really tough place to overtake, especially on the outside, but good effort.
A yellow flag for German, so he's going to lose all the time he had to Barrett, and that is a relief for Barrett going into the last few corners.
Chris Turner doing enough, I think, to hold Carson off here.
I think so too. He takes that protective line through the crocodiles. Final corner here.
Final corner here. Blaine Hall directly ahead of both of them. Blaine Hall is going to take the win for the finale, and Chris is going to lead Carson directly behind him for the win in bronze.
Yeah, great racing between those two to finish the season.
Carl Big coming around the final corner to bring home P2 in class, and overall, honestly, quiet race for Carl.
A quiet race for
was.
Carl, a good inheritance of that second spot from Mate directly behind, who was closing in that gap.
Louis Castro 4/10 away from Funk on this last lap, so he did close the gap and he did hold off Rados. So good drive from Louis. Really nice attempt by Rados to get past him.
Oh, and Rado's causing mayhem.
Robertson comes home to win silver comfortably and will win overall, I believe. Yes.
Yep. And then
So?
Peter Hutch with the race he really didn't want to have. He could have won this the season had this race gone his way with the incident that Mike Jackson had at the beginning of the race. Unfortunate.
Michael Lukey round the corner for the last time. He will take P2 in silver tonight, and that is a really good race from him. And Barrett holds on and takes P3, a podium in the GTR at Kyalami.
At Gorlami.
The finale at Kyalami.
The best.
What a good race that was. That one had action.
It really did. It had a lot of action. All at once.
Yeah. It's donut time for the boys.
It's donut time for the boys. Let's see them. Where are they? Who's donuting? Luis.
Barrett.
Oh, here we go. Well, boys, that was a few weeks and all hell breaks loose. Yes. Well, thank you very much, Jaden. So that has been 10 rounds for our third season of the year. An action-packed season. The results obviously will be up by Friday. And we'll have Death and we'll be seeing you guys for M Tuesdays and the LMP3 endurance round.
Night does that start? Just so I'm aware, because I got to move one of my own streams for that.
Ooh. Oh,
it's fine. It's fine. It's all part of the plan.
So M Tuesdays beginning on October 10th.
Perfect.
And our iRacing endurance series beginning on October 14th.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a little iRacing tomorrow because I've got the day off tomorrow.
Yes. What is the commentator's decision on lap 1 collision? We don't decide on it right now. I mean, it hasn't been.
Yeah, we will look at penalty review and we'll let you know. But I think the ACC physics were more responsible than anything, but we will review it for sure.
Yes, it will be reviewed on Tuesday. And for anybody that's watching the stream that isn't already on our Discord, if you do want to join on the action for next season or just for the fun rounds that we're about to be having, join us on Discord. Point Discord on in the chat.
Indeed. Well, thanks, guys. I enjoyed being in the booth. I haven't decided on the short winter season yet if I'm driving or not. I might stick with you. because it's just a short one.
Yes. It will be a short season, yes, going into the next
And then,
one.
but I have some prep to do for a 24-hour ACC race in January. So I'm thinking, whatever we start up in the new year, I'll probably be back behind the wheel.
Nice.
Sounds good.
And I'm also planning on getting new pedals at some point between now and Christmas, so that will give me some time to dial them in.
Yep.
Yes, I am doing
Yes.
Bathurst.
Very nice. I'll always do in Bathurst, yes.
Wow,
always.
you are.
Yeah, GG's everyone. That was the finale in Kyalami.
Best
Well,
season.
Blaine says me too. Great. That doesn't help me. I'm not going to see you. You'll be so
don't
far
worry.
ahead.
Blaine will bin it in the mountain. It's fine. You have
All
a
I can
chance.
hope for is he has a disconnect at some point. That's all I can hope for.
I'll contact his internet provider for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, very nice. So for New World, I've been Ferris. We've had Joey Spaghetti. We've had Milo, the Skin on Skin Master.
Not sure I like that name, but
Yes.
okay. Skin on skin.
Thank you very much for joining us this season, and we'll see you around in a few weeks.
See you next time.
See you next time, everybody.
Every Sunday
Every Sunday
for 60 minutes. We
we
are
are
free.
free.
Sharing passion.
Pushing
We
the
are
limits.
pushing the limits.
This is the New World Sim Racing GT3 Sprint Series.
From Midrand, Gauteng, South Africa, just north of Johannesburg, it's round 10, the finale in Kyalami. Each and every driver has mentally prepared themselves to challenge, to fight, to rise above their rivals and make a name for themselves on track. 10 rounds of action-packed racing await us all in the New World Sim Racing GT3 Sprint Series. Drivers, start your engines.